I'm here to tell you, when your career ends, the paychecks stop coming. Okay, they stop coming. It is not as fun on the 1st and the 15th when you're done playing. I wish I would have deferred money now. I wish I would have deferred money. That's why we need to subscribe and download, please, to this podcast.
Right.
We don't get the same paychecks anymore. We don't get any right now.
I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life.
Ooh, coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on? I just got out of the cold plunge, and it was it's 40. It feels like 4 degrees outside. I was sitting in there thinking, I'm crazy.
It is crazy, dude. It is crazy. It's funny. I thought of you, not to compare these two things, but have you seen the Aaron Hernandez FX show yet? It's intense, dude.
It's not as crazy as a cold plunge in 4-degree weather.
No, but
I know. I heard it. No, I heard it's nuts. I haven't seen it. I heard it is crazy.
No, but it's early on, and he's in the cold plunge, and he had his whole head underneath. Do you go whole head in the cold
Go
plunge?
whole head, dude. I go whole body. I go under, then put your head under. You obviously bring it up, but it does something with your vagal nerve or something. I don't know. I gotta figure it. Out exactly what it does, but I know I'm supposed to do that, and I'm like, whoa. But today, dude, I woke up today. My driveway was frozen, and all my cars were frozen. Or did you have the same thing? Do you have the same weather in New York?
No, you know what's weird? Jess said it was wet on the ground here, like it rained.
Yeah.
And then a half a mile down, right before she got on the highway, there was snow on the ground everywhere. So it must have just missed my neighborhood. But
yeah,
it's.
Dude, I woke up this morning, bro. My car, I had to go out, start the car, and Sarah's been telling me for like about a month. Hey, we got to get the garage cleaned out because we got to get the cars in the drive. I'm like, yeah.
No.
Meanwhile, I look at the garage like, I got some work to do this weekend, dude.
Hey, you know who's putting in work? Your Cincinnati Reds, dude. Yeah. They are apparently, according to our good friend John Paul Morosi, in on Crochet, bro. How's that possible?
Bro, I tell you what, they're going for it. And I think they're going for it because, I was talking about this yesterday. Terry Francona is not coming out of retirement if he doesn't think he can win now. Like, win the whole thing now. Not just like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a good team. He's not into rebuild. He would have stayed retired. He looks at that roster and he goes, you know what, Nick Kroll? If you go out and get me a few more pieces, we can win right now. We got the superstar talents in De La Cruz. Matt McClain's back. They were really banged up last year. Encarnacio Strand was banged up most of the year. Spencer Steer was injured a little bit. Friedel was hurt a lot of the year. They were really banged up. So health-wise, if they could stay healthy, and then they just do the trade with Jonathan India for Brady Singer, who I think the Reds won that deal. I really do. So that's another piece of that rotation with Nick Lodolo, who he's got to stay healthy because he's got electric stuff. Hunter Green at the top of that rotation, he's a legit number one. Abbott in there too, nice little lefty. He's great. And then you throw in Brady Singer there too. But also, if you could get Crochet, dude, this nasty, nasty lefty with the White Sox, be interested to see what they have to give up. I'm sure it's going to be, if not a couple big league guys, at least a big prospect to get him because he's got a lot of control left. And he really put together an incredible year with the White Sox. A lot of teams won him. But you can understand why the Reds are in on things. I'm sure they're going to do some stuff at the winter meetings because I'm sure Bob Castellini, one of the conversations that he had with Terry Francona was, we'll get you what you need. We'll get you what you need. We're close. We'll get you what you need. But there's no doubt about it, man. The Reds are in firing distance, dude. They are ready. They're ready. They could make a run and win this whole thing. I really believe that.
And the other thing is, like, if you could get a lefty like that, like, their rotation looks different almost every day, especially if you add a guy like him. And that way, it's usually this day and age, you got a bunch of teams with a bunch of righties throwing 98. And by the third game of the series, advantage offense of the other team, right? Dude,
great point, man. Great point. If you put Crochet and Abbott, two lefties in that rotation, then you got Green, you got Singer. And don't forget, Rhett Lauder came up at the end of last year, man. He looked really good. I'm sure he's going to fit right into that rotation too. And you look at, Ashcraft, all these guys top to bottom, they're starting to have some depth. We talked about Nick Martinez coming back, and he could be a swing guy. He could be a bullpen guy and a guy in the rotation. That's why he got took the $20-some million qualifying offer, because he's of a lot of value to the Reds, because he can be that swing guy when you need him. But the depth that they have now with this rotation, adding Singer, if they add Crochet, dude, you kidding me? They might have to get rid of one of these arms to get him, one of their rotation arms to get him. But I really believe that that they're getting really deep in that rotation, and that's what you need, man. You need a deep rotation to get through 162, especially nowadays.
And then it's just instant clout for your franchise when you get a manager like Terry. Like, it's just instant clout. Like, it changes who wants to go there, doesn't it? Like, you look at the manager. You've looked at managers when you've made decisions on things in your career.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, dude. When I went to Boston in 2008, the reason I went there was Terry Francona. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I don't know what was going on at that time, man. I think there was a little collusion that was proven back in 2008 when I was a free agent. But I'm sitting here, dude, like February. It's like, I think it was honestly like February 1st. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Something's not right. And I looked down at the roster. My buddy John Cunningham called me. He's like, dude, the Reds are looking for a lefty bat off the bench. And I was like, I don't really want to come off the bench. Like, I still felt like I was a starter. I almost just hit 300 in Detroit, had a nice year, whatever. And I was like, I don't consider myself a backup, but I'll back up to play for Terry Francona. I'll back up to play for the Boston Red Sox. So, dude, I called Tito. I knew him well enough to give him a call. I think I got his number from Mark Shapiro. I called him, and he was at a hitting lesson with his daughter. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, it's Sean Casey. He's like, what's up, Case? I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm at a softball lesson with my daughter at the cages. I'm at the cages with my daughter hitting. I'm like, oh, that's great. And I said, Tito, I said, listen, man. I said, I've always wanted to play for you. I've always wanted to play for the Red Sox. I said, I still believe that I'm a starter, but I'd be willing to come off the bench for you guys. That would be one of the only places that I'd want to do that. So he was like, all right, hang on, Case. Let me call Theo really quick. So, dude, he called Theo. I was on the phone with Theo about 10 minutes later with me, Theo, and Tito. And they were on the phone with my agent about 30 minutes later, and the deal got done that night.
That is so cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is.
And I look back now. This is why I'm excited for the Reds, playing for Terry Francona and being a part of what he's all about. I know how special that is. You know what I mean? And and the guy is super funny, man. He is so freaking funny. We told that story so many times about when I got thrown out at second base and all that stuff. Yeah. But he just has so many. There's so many funny things that go on with Tito, like throughout the season. Just the way he's the ultimate ball buster, man. And there's nobody safe in that clubhouse, dude. There's nobody safe on the training staff. If you come in that clubhouse and if you're the FedEx guy, you're getting one. You're getting a zinger. What I mean? And that's what's great, man. He makes you feel a part of everything because he has such a great wit and a great humor. But the biggest thing with him, dude, he wants to win, period. And I think we even talked about, for anybody listening, go back and watch our interview with him we just did a few weeks back. But that first day in Boston, first meeting at spring training, everyone's in the clubhouse, and like I'm the new guy too. I'm new. I don't know what to expect. I've never been They had just won the World Series in 2007, dude. So I'm coming into the best team in baseball, and looking around. There's Manny. There's Big Poppy. There's Josh Beckett. There's Johnny Lester's a rookie. He was just coming up, but there's Pedroia. All these different guys, and Tito's speech basically was that what, we're here to kick some ass, and we're here to win the World Series. Anything less than that is a failure. Like, we're here to win it all. And that's what he said. He goes, and that's what we're going to do. Great. We're going to win it all. And it was just like, confidence booster, William Wallace, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the Reds Nation, excited for, what they're doing, and they're putting their money where their mouth is.
I love it. All right, everybody's excited to see where a young man named Juan Soto is going to sign. Alden Gonzalez from ESPN says he could decide as early as today.
Wow, really?
He's done with it before the winter meetings start. Now, Boris's camp has not answered calls about this. However, Alden's very good at his job. And so, again, it's Yankees, Mets, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Dodgers. I'm even getting phone calls from insiders asking if I know anything. And I know nothing, and it's a true story. And, like, I don't think anybody knows specifically, but I don't know. I have a gut feeling. I think you have a gut feeling.
I think he's going to the Yankees.
I think so, too.
I don't know anything. I really don't. But my gut says he's going to the Yankees. It just makes too much sense, man. You know, he's in a situation where Judge is signed for the next 7 years. You got the two best, best lefty and the best righty sitting there in 2-3 in your, in your lineup for at least the next 7 years. If I'm Juan Soto, I'm looking at the Yankees going, they're the Yankees, man. Yeah. They're going to win every year. The Latino community that's there in New York too, I feel like that whole city embraced him so much. The love that he got was incredible. I know he loves the clubhouse. I know he loves Booney. There's so many good guys on that team. The Yankees, bottom line is, dude, being there, they do it at a first-class level in everything they do. Right. They really do. That's not the same in every organization. The Yankees are the Yankees for a reason. Everything they do is first class. Hal Steinbrenner is very involved in this. You know what I mean? I think that's big. Whenever you get Hal involved, there's a different level of involvement, obviously. You know what I mean? And I just think he loved New York, man. And he looked great in the pinstripes. And I think it would take a lot of extra money to get him away from the Yankees because the Yankees are in. This isn't a guy they're like, well, we're not sure. I think they kind of learned their lesson with Judge. I really do. They were going to let Judge walk, and look where would the Yankees be without Aaron Judge, dude? Are you kidding me? They would be in trouble.
They would be a 500 team in the at least, perhaps.
Dude, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree. And they almost let him walk. Mm-hmm. They almost let him walk for a couple $1 million.
Right.
I think they learned their lesson. And they see Soto and they go, this is a guy that makes us different. We saw what he did. He makes the lineup different, makes the team so much better. So, and especially,
I got to say one more thing. Just in New York, they have never lost out to the Mets on something. Because it is so traumatic to that franchise, more so than the Mets side. Like, Mets fans kind of, they're like, he went to the Yankees are jerks. That's kind of how Mets fans feel. But if the Yankees, it goes back to the early George Steinbrenner days where he did not want to be overshadowed by the New York Mets. And for that one stretch, when it was like Doc and Darryl and whatever, Mets fans on the back pages, it was owned by the Mets. And the Yankees don't do well with that as a franchise. They just don't. And it would be very fearful for a lot of Yankees fans to see Juan Soto not leave town and be the best player in New York, up there with Aaron Judge on another team.
Chinch, that's a great point, dude. And you live there. You live it. Yeah. You live it, obviously. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I think Jess might have you sleep outside, though, if he chooses to.
I'm honestly, I hate to say this. Maybe it's my home state, whatever, but I'm rooting for those two teams.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him go to the Dodgers for baseball. That's a weird. They'd be too good.
Did the Dodgers have? Where are they getting all this money? No. Seriously, I feel like you got Sasaki's going to go there probably, and then you're gonna have. I mean, can you imagine if Juan Soto ended up in L.A.? I mean,
it's ridiculous. It's the deferred payments. I saw a great tweet the other day that said, the Dodgers have just signed Jesus Christ to a career contract, but payments will be deferred until the apocalypse. That's a great point. That's like what they're doing. They just defer payments to billions of dollars to everybody. Somebody in like 2047 is going to have to write a check for the Dodgers and all the guys they've signed today. So,
dude, kudos to Bobby Bonilla. Dude, he set it up for everybody. Bobby Bo's still getting paid from the Mets from the 1994 contract or 93 contract that he signed. And people are like, oh, man, well, you can do that? Yeah. I'm here to tell you, when your career ends, the paychecks stop coming. Okay? They stop coming. It is not as fun on the 1st and the 15th when you're done playing. I wish I would have deferred money now. I wish I would have deferred money. That's why we need to subscribe and download, please,
Yes, we
to
do.
this podcast.
All
We
right.
don't get the same paychecks anymore. We don't get any right now.
All right, bro. Have a great day after that. That was
Oh, man.
perfect.
All right, Chinch, you're the best, bro. I love you. And everyone out there, thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Subscribe, download, do your thing. And Chinch, you're going to put a link in the Breakthrough Pro, which starts up
Every day.
January 8th. If you want to
Let's do it.
want to get after it, come join us at Breakthrough Pro. It's going to be a great 8 weeks. Okay, bro. Love you, man. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you, buddy.
See you.